Look at the road in front of you. Just look at it. The painted lines, the lights, the empty space between exits. It's just a road until it's not. Until it becomes a stage for a horror story, where you're the main character and the curtain already up. I'm going to tell you 3 true stories. They happened on roads just like yours. They are about good people who drove into a pocket of nightmare. Stay with me, because the first story starts with the sound every parent fears the most, the sound of their child screaming from the back seat. Sarah was driving her 6-year-old daughter, Lily, home from a late birthday party. Lily was asleep in the back, clutching a new teddy bear. The highway was a dark tunnel through the pine forests. Just after midnight, Sarah was tired. She blinked, and when her eyes opened, Sarah's heart exploded. She swerved, looked in the rear view. Lily was awake, eyes wide with pure terror, pointing out the front windshield. Lily said, "Mommy, the little girl in the red coat. She's crying. She wants us to stop." Sarah saw nothing, just black road, but Lily kept screaming, describing her in perfect detail. A little girl in a bright red winter coat, standing in the middle of their lane sobbing. Sarah's mind raced. A ghost, a trick of the light. But Lily had never lied like this. The screams became unbearable. Tell me right now in the comments, would you stop the car for your crying child? Or would you keep driving, praying it's just a nightmare? Sarah stopped. The car idled in the deep, consuming dark. Lily was quiet now, just whimpering. Sarah turned on the dome light, looked back. "Where is she, sweetie?" Lily pointed a tiny finger, not at the road ahead, but behind them, out the back windshield. "There, she's waving, thank you." Sarah froze. Something was in the trunk, something that had not been there before. She had stopped, and it had gotten in. This is the twist. It was never about a girl on the road. It was about a predator near the road, using a recording of a crying child to force cars to stop. Sarah and Lily were now trapped on a deserted highway, with something in their trunk, trying to get out. Sarah saw the headlights of the truck blazing toward them in her mirror. A choice: stay and face what's in the trunk, or pull onto the highway and be smashed into oblivion by 40 tons of steel. She looked at Lily's tear-streaked face. She made her choice. She slammed the car into drive. We'll come back to Sarah, but the road has other horrors, like the one that doesn't chase you, it just keeps pace. Story 2 starts with a friendly wave, and 4 words that are a death sentence. Follow me, I'll help. Mark's truck broke down on a barren stretch of Route 50, America's loneliest road. No cell service, just heat and silence. After an hour, a vintage station wagon pulled over. The driver, a man with a nice smile, rolled down his window. A passerby said, "Bad luck. Tow truck'll take 3 hours. I've got a satellite phone at my ranch. Follow me, I'll help." Grateful, Mark got his truck started, a temporary fix, and followed the station wagon off the exit, down a dirt road. But when the station wagon turned onto a second dirt road, deeper into the desert, a cold finger traced Mark's spine. Drop a go back in the comments if you're screaming at Mark right now. Mark stopped. This was wrong. He decided to turn around. But as he reversed, his headlights swept the desert and illuminated dozens of other cars, trucks, and vans. All abandoned, all rusting in the dryer. A graveyard of vehicles. He wasn't being led to help. He was being led to a collection. The nice man was gone. Now, a predator reversed toward him at high speed. Mark's truck stalled, dead. He was locked in a metal coffin, watching death race backwards toward him in the rearview mirror. He had one chance. He grabbed his tire iron, threw open the door, and ran into the pitch-black desert. The wagon's engine roared. It wasn't chasing him. It was hurting him. Toward the lights of a distant farmhouse. The twist. The real horror wasn't the man. It was the people in that farmhouse, waiting for the passerby to deliver their next guest. Mark ran toward the only light he could see, straight into the heart of the nightmare. A door slams open. A woman calls out, "We've been waiting for you, honey. Come on in. Dinner's ready." 2 stories. 2 pockets of pure evil. But the third story is the one that haunts me the most, because it's not about monsters outside the car. It's about the one you let inside. This last story is why I never pick up hitchhikers. David was a good man, a soft heart. Driving through a thunderstorm, he saw a figure drenched, thumb out. Against every instinct, he stopped. The man got it. He didn't speak, just nodded. He had a kind face. For 20 miles, silence. Then David's phone, connected to the car, buzzed. A text from his wife flashed on the dashboard screen. "Did you pick someone up, a man?" "David, listen to me. That's Henry Moss. He escaped from Brookhaven Asylum tonight. They say he gets quiet before he. Just get out of the car now." David's blood turned to ice. The passenger, Henry, was staring straight ahead. A smile slowly stretched across his face. He'd seen the message. David needed to crash the car to get out. But Henry spoke for the first time, his voice calm, gentle. "Don't be scared, David. I'm not the one you should fear. I escaped to warn people. They're not patients at Brookhaven. They're something else, and they use the old highway patrol cars. You just passed one." David looked in the mirror. A black and white cruiser was on their bumper. Henry's voice became urgent. "Terrified if you pull over, we die? You have to outrun it. It's not a real cop. This is the final choice. Who do you believe? The kind-faced escaped mental patient, or the police officer behind you? Your decision means life or death. Type trust Henry or trust the cop below in the comment." David slammed the gas. The car shot forward in the storm. The cruiser's siren wailed. It was a chase. Henry was shouting directions, a madman navigating through the rain last night. Then they took a sharp curve, and the world ended. The car plunged down a ravine, rolling, crashing, coming to rest at the bottom. David was alive, bleeding, trapped. The passenger seat was empty. Henry was gone. And standing at the rim of the ravine, looking down at him with a flashlight, was the police officer. David felt relief. He was saved. The officer climbed down, his face coming into the light. It was the same kind face. Henry Moss, wearing a perfect police uniform. The final twist. The cop was the monster. The chase was the game. And David was the prize at the bottom of the ravine. Henry smiled, shining the light in David's eyes. Henry said, "Dispatch, I found the crashed vehicle. Single occupant. No survivors. Now remember Sarah and Lily. On the shoulder, with the thing in the trunk and the truck bearing down. Sarah didn't pull out. She turned off her car. Total darkness. The semi-truck blew past them, a hurricane of wind and noise. In the sudden quiet, the jiggling of the trunk latch stopped. Then they heard it. Footsteps. Walking away from the car, into the woods. Sarah waited an hour, then called 911. When police arrived, they opened the trunk. It was empty, except for one thing. A small, old handmade doll, wearing a tiny, faded red coat. The road is never just a road. It's a connector between our safe little worlds, and the dark spaces in between. The horrors are real. They are patient, and they know all the best ways to make us stop. So next time you drive, and you feel that chill, that whisper of "Duck Drive," Don't look back. Just drive.